another topic from the general aptitude Kset preparation. So in the previous videos I have already covered unit 1 teaching aptitude, unit 2 research aptitude, and the comprehension, just you should read the paragraph and write the answers. So you can practice the many of the comprehension passages and then try to answer the question. Answer there itself in the paragraph. So communication also I have explained. Mathematical reasoning and aptitude today, and this one I need to cover. So logical reasoning, and I have covered the information and communication technology. So today's topic is data interpretation. So the first you should know the core subtopics from this data interpretation. So here you come across sources, acquisition and classification of data, quantitative and qualitative data, graphical representation and mapping of data, data interpretation, and data and governance. So these are the topics you will come across. So I am going to explain in brief about them and try to solve some of the problems related to data interpretation. So first let us know what is data and how we can represent it. And before going to start, if you are new to my channel, please subscribe my channel for upcoming videos, and for more information you can go to my playlist section. In that I have covered almost all the topics and previous year questions related to general aptitude paper, which is also helpful for Kset as well as UGC net. So here first we should know what is data and how you can interpret it. So data sources and acquisition data can be represented as a quantitative or qualitative. You can take it in numbers or quality of the data values, qualitative and quantitative values of a variable. So data is plural of the word datum, which indicates to give or something gave. So data that has been origin from the word datum, which indicates to give or something has been given. So data is thought to be the lowest unit of knowledge from which other measurements and analysis can be done. If you want to do any of the analysis of a particular topic, then you require the data. So data can be any of the mentioned, like numbers, images, words, figures, facts. Data may be in different form. Data itself cannot be comprehended, and to get information from data, one must decode it into meaningful information. So there are different ways of decoding. There are many distinct forms of interpreting data. Data sources are extensively classified into primary and secondary data, and the data collection plays a very essential role in statistical analysis. Statics, if you take nothing but the collection of data, whether it may be in different form, numbers, images, words. So in research there are various techniques used to gather information, all of which fall into two categories, as I said, primary and secondary data. So the name suggests primary, it compiled for first time by the researcher, while secondary means on the basis of collected data you can compile or create other data. So the candidate should know that data can be noted or represented in 4 forms. First one in numbers or numerical data, table form, tabular form, mixed form, either it may be numbers or table both, graphical form, line, bar, pie charts, etc. So percentage and ratio applications. If you have the data in the form of numbers or tables or graph or mixed form, you need to calculate some of the parameters like percentage and ratio. At that time you must have the idea of calculating them. So two branches form quantitative aptitude have a certain role, percentage and ratio played in data interpretation calculation. The most of the questions in the UGC net or Kset are based on percentage and average calculation. You can go to the previous year question papers. Majority of the data interpretation questions you have to calculate either percentage or ratio. Other than that, you can calculate percentage, ratio, profit, loss, average, interest. So these you must have the idea about them. You should grasp your 2-digit addition. Some of the critical things are learned, like tricks for 3 or 4-digit square, cube. So mathematical calculation will be there. Avoid unnecessary calculations for any question. So approximation techniques, and you need to use the approximation techniques also while dealing with the data interpretation question. A very large number of these questions examine your ability to compare or calculate fraction percentages. If you sit down to calculate the answer, you would end up expending more time than needed. Here are a few visions that you can operate for approximation. Actually, many of the students, when they saw the data interpretation questions, they would think that it may take a lot of time, so they may go to other questions for saving time. So it may happen, but once you deal with that and carefully read, you can easily solve those questions. Understand the concept of approximation and estimations. These are very essential to solve data interpretation. When attempting to calculate, approximate a fraction, a value to the denominator and connect the value to the numerator. So mathematical solving will be there. So percentage, if you calculate rate of interest, you can calculate. So all the equations related to these small parameters you should know related to data and interpretation. So data and governance. Much of that unique information will consist of personal details relating to individual, including information linking to products they have purchased, the places they have traveled, and data which is created from smart devices. Okay, how you actually are going to collect the data and how you are going to govern that. The usage of social media like Facebook, WhatsApp has a large amount of data every day, some of which includes personal information as well. So if you have a huge amount of data, how you can represent it, how you can govern that data. Data governance is primarily operated to guide the process of mapping and controlling data. Don't think that governance, what it represents. Here governance means how actually you are going to handle the data. Data governance is the overall administration of data availability, relevance, usability and integrity security. The data governance are usually regulatory and legal conditions. Regardless, a governance rule can be any method to which organization expect to adhere. Governance often indicates where certain kinds of data may be kept and codified data protection methods, as in encryption or password strength. Governance, the word, can indicate how to back up data, who has to access data, and when achieved data should be destroyed. So overall, how you can manage the data that you are going to get here in the data and governance. So the next, if we go the sources of data. The data, if we hear that credit goes to a famous mathematician. His name is Quetelet of Belgium in 19th century for founding the modern principles of statistics. He has used this data interpretation is broadly used in the different fields: meteorology, physics, biology. So many of the scientists have worked to improve the sources of data. And the present time, there are two main reasons for continuously increasing development of statistics. The data, increasing demand of statistics. Nowadays, if you include many of the complicated problems in trades, industries, commerce, the demand has been increased for the statistics. At that time, you should require the data interpretation. So decreasing of cost of data, and the cost, if you take, it has minimum expenses. It will take minimum expense and short period to collect and analyze the reliable data. So first is increasing demand of statistics and decreasing the cost of data. Two main reasons why the increasing development of statistics. Acquisition of data. Acquisition means how you can collect the data. Data are collected mainly in two ways in the statistical research: primary data, secondary data, as I already explained. So acquisition of data, other than these, involves the following steps: planning or investigation, collection of data, presentation of data, analysis, interpretation and representation. So things to be considered before investigation. First, you should know objective of investigation. What are the objectives? If you take different fields, industries, business or commerce, so the objectives will change. So field of investigation, method of investigation are the things to be considered before if you want to collect the data. Methods means there may be a sampling, computing, direct, indirect methods you can use for collecting the data. So methods of statistics. Statistical methods include the discrimination of data, collection of data, representation of data, interpretation of data. So discrimination means how you can classify the data and you can represent in tabular form. There are two ways on the basis of quality and according to the category of difference. Collection of data, already primary and secondary data we know. So representation of data you can represent in tabular form, line or graph. Interpretation means how you are going to find the final result on the basis of these imaginations. Tabulation is what orderly and systematic representation of any problem. So in statistics, data are also called figure or samanka, what we call. Statistical data are presented by various diagrams. One dimensional, if you take line diagram, bar diagram. Bar diagrams, again there are different types: simple bar, vertical or horizontal, due directional diagram, subdivided bar diagrams, additional or mixed bar diagram, pyramid diagrams. So two-dimensional diagrams, if you take square, circular or pie diagrams, rectangular diagram. Three-dimensional, if you take cubic, cylinder or sphere. Map diagrams, pictograms, pictures. Okay, so this is overall the brief idea about the data interpretation, how you can do the acquisition of data, how you can represent the data, and how you can do the analysis of data. So let us solve here some of the questions related to data interpretation. So first I will show you some simple examples here. Okay, next we can solve the complicated one. In the first example, if you take two-dimensional bar diagram, so we have one-dimensional, two-dimensional as well as three-dimensional diagrams. So here in the question, show by two-dimensional bar diagram, they have given the data here: increment in textile production 80%, increment in iron production 70%, decrement in sugar production. This is the question. Okay, so they have asked you to represent it in two-dimensional bar diagram. Then if you take these two values are increasing and this sugar production is decreasing. So solution, first of all, scale 1 centimeter equal to how much you are going to draw the graphs in your practicals, school or colleges. So like that, two-dimensional bar diagram, it as follows. So first you should take here the percentage is maximum for 80% and minimum is 40%, increasing order, decreasing order. So you can start with the 20%, 20, 40, 60, 80, and then decreasing order also 20 to 80. If you take the textile, it is 80% increasing. Okay, first try to deal with a simple problems related to data interpretation. Okay, so if you take iron, it is 70%. Okay, so then if you take the sugar production, it is 40% decreasing. So you should draw this in the negative axis. Okay, so this is how a simple example how you can represent the given value in the two-dimensional bar diagram. So next let us go to another question. Show by linear diagram of the following data. So here they have asked linear means one dimensional. So here is the data. Persons are represented by alphabets A, B, C, D up to I. Okay, from A to I. The monthly income for different persons from A to I, they have given 100 to 200, and in between there is a variation. So up to I, their monthly income 200 rupees, for I, A 100 rupees. So in between you can read it and represent it in the diagram. Let's scale 1 centimeter is equal to how much here? 100 rupees we can take. Linear diagram means what? In a straight line. So first you can take the persons, different persons along x-axis. Y-axis you can take income. You can start with minimum is how much? 100 rupees. Maximum how much? 450 rupees. So you can start with 50. Each time you can increase by 50 rupees. 100, 150, okay, up to 500. You can take the value along y-axis. Then A is having the income of how much? 100. So then you can mark up to here the line graph. So if you take B's income is 200. So like that. Okay. So if you take C income 150. So like that, first represent the data, given data, whether it may be one dimensional, two dimensional or three dimensional. So another example. These are the simple examples I am giving. Then you can solve the complicated one. Example 3. Birth per week of children in the following cities are given below. Show these by vertical bar diagram. Okay. Here they have given birth per week of a children. So Mumbai 250. Per week 250 children are born in Mumbai, Nagpur, Lucknow, Agra, Kolkata, Delhi, Chennai. Okay, solution. Let us take 1 centimeter is equal to 100 children. The vertical bar diagram will be, they have asked to represent it in vertical diagram. So vertical diagram is, first take the x-axis and y-axis. X-axis the different places. Okay, y-axis the number of childbirth. So first Mumbai, the childbirth, the minimum is where? Agra 200, Delhi 120, maximum is Kolkata. So then you can take from 100 to 400. Then first one Mumbai 250, you can draw like this. And then next comes Nagpur 300, Lucknow also near to 300, Agra 200, Kolkata 400, and Delhi 120, Chennai. So like that you can draw the given data or represent in the vertical in the question asked. So next one, example 4. Monthly income of 4 persons A, B, C, D are 500, 400, 300 and 200 rupees respectively. Represent these in horizontal bar diagram. So here in this question you have represented in vertical bar diagram. Here you should represent in horizontal. So let us take 1 centimeter is equal to rupees 100. Here the monthly income of 4 persons, we should represent in horizontal bar diagram. So along bar diagram means opposite you should take. Persons must be along y-axis and their income must be along x-axis. The income of A is how much? 500 rupees. So here is the 500. 400 is for the person B. 300 C, D 200 rupees monthly income. So this is how you can represent the given data in different diagrams. The next one, fifth one, the crop of any year of 2 districts is given below. Compare it by drawing subdivision diagram. So here they have asked subdivision. Clearly understand subdivision diagram. First you should note down the given data. Crops, wheat, gram, arhar, rice. So here are the 2 districts, Meerut, Badan. So let us solve here. Scale 1 centimeter is equal to what? 1000 ton. The given crop yield is in terms of tons, you can observe. So subdivision bar diagram of the data. First take the bar diagram subdivision. So the value of the district names along x-axis and the crop yield along in terms of ton along y-axis. So Meerut, wheat, how much? Wheat you can represent it by dark color, gram, arhar and rice with different shading. You can represent the yield of the crops, wheat, gram, arhar and rice. Then in this district Meerut, wheat production is how much? 20. So then 20 you can mark here for wheat. In the given bar itself, in this range only you should divide them. That's why it is called subdivision diagram. 20. Then gram, how much? 15 in the mirror itself. And arhar 10, rice 10. So 15 means 20 plus 15, 35. Here is the production of gram. Arhar 10, 35 plus 10, 45. Then rice 10 plus 45 plus 10, 55. So this is the subdivision diagram. Like that Badan district also you can draw. Wheat 15. Then gram 10, 15 plus 10, 35. Arhar 35 plus 10, 25 plus 10, 25 plus 5, 30. Rice 5, 30 plus 5, 35. So this is how you can represent in subdivision diagram. Next, last one, the data. The data of different fertilizers of the following two companies have been given. Compare it by drawing mixed or joint bar diagram. So mixed or joint bar diagram. You can see the question here. So first let us see the production of different devices. We are saving machine, washing machine, mixer, grinder, refrigerator. So there are two companies, SKF company and PGF company. So the production, you can see the devices production for two companies. So then what is the question here? We should draw in mixed or joint bar diagram for the same device from different companies. Let us take 1 centimeter is equal to how much? 500. Then the mixed or joint diagram is given by. So let us denote here SKF company by these lines, and with a empty box, that is by PGF company. So say swing machine is same from two companies. It is going to produce 2000 and it is producing 1500. So swing machine, different devices along x-axis and the data along y-axis you should take. So swing machine, so the production from SKF is 2000 maximum, PGF 2. So this is what the joint bar diagram. Okay, like that you can draw the diagram. For washing machine, here the production is 1500 and 1000 by PGF company. So similarly mixer, grinder and refrigerator. This is what we call mixed or joint bar diagram. So let us solve the complicated one here. If you see in your exam, the data is going to be given and 4 to 5 questions are going to be asked. So for that you will get maximum 10 marks data interpretation itself. So 10 marks you can easily cover once you understand the question and solve the problem. So let us deal with the first question here. So here some of the numerical data they have given in this table. During the year 1994 to 99, the number of presented and passed candidate from 6 tables. So here are the years and here is the presented and passed candidates. So let us read the first question here. What is the approximate percentage of the passed candidates jointly from all the 6 states of the presented candidates in the year 1994. So carefully you should read the question. Once you understand the question, you can solve the answer. Otherwise, no. Here they have asked the percentage of passed candidates jointly from all the 6 states to the presented candidate in the year 1994. So here A to F are the 6 states. In the year 1994, you should calculate the presented candidates to the past candidates. Let us solve here. First, what you should do, in the 1994, the presented candidates numbers you should add up. Total number of presented candidates in the 1994 from different states A, B, C, D, E, F. So 94, the presented candidates 1200, in the state B 1400, in the state C 1650. All these values you should add up. A, B, C, D, E, F presented candidates. So if you add up, you will get 9200 candidates were present in that year. So total number of passed candidates, if you want to calculate, then you should add up the passed candidates 105, 125, 140, all the values from different states. So if I add up, I will get 880. Okay, these are presented candidates and these are passed candidates. Then percentage you should calculate. You should take the ratio of passed candidate to the presented candidate and multiply by 100. So the overall percentage is 10%. So option B is correct. Passed to the presented candidate in the year 1994 in different states is how much? 10%. If you read the question carefully and observe the data carefully, you can solve it. Not necessary to fear once you see the data interpretation question in your exam. Actually, if you deal with them carefully, you can solve them easily. But the data may look like huge. Which of the following states has maximum percentage of the passed candidates to the presented candidate in 1996? So as I said, many of the data interpretation question you need to solve percentage, or you need to calculate ratio or profit loss. So you must be able to solve those questions. So here the question is, in the year 1996, which state has the maximum percentage of passed candidates? So then 1996, once again you should calculate the individual passed and presented candidates percentage, and if you compare, you will get the maximum percentage passed in that year for which state. So let us deal with that. Percentage of the passed candidate to the present candidate in state A in the year 1996. So here the first one. So passed are 120, presented are 100. So it is 10.91%. Similarly, if you take for the state B 1996, how many are passed? 115, and how many are present? 1300. So the percentage is 8%, 8.85. So like that you can calculate for the state C, state D percentage. Once you get, you can compare which state has the maximum percentage. This is for state E 11%, state F 9%. So if I compare the ratio of passed to the presented candidates, the percentage is more for the state E, 11% you can see, 11.43%. If you take other states, 10, 8, 9% is there. So state E is having the maximum percentage. So answer D, answer D is correct. State E is having maximum percentage. Question number 3. What is the percentage of passed candidate jointly from the state C in the year 1995 and 1998 to the presented candidates jointly from the state B in the year 1995, 1994 and 1997? So here they have asked for the 2 years percentage passed to the presented candidates, 95 and 98. For which state? State C. And for the different years, 94 and 97 for state B. Jointly you need to calculate here. So let us solve this one. The number of passed candidates to the presented in the year 95 and 94. You should add up. How many are there here? 125 for the state, 95, 125 and 98, 155. Okay, you should add up. How much you will get? 280. Number of presented candidates of the state B jointly in the year 94, 97. B 94 and 97. So again here the presented candidates 1,400 and 1,100. How much here? Presented 2,500. So required percentage 280 by 2,500. If you do, you will get 11%. So from the given option here, the correct answer is 11.2. The correct answer is E here. None of these is correct. So the fourth one, what is the approximate average number of passed candidates from state D in the given year? They have asked here average number of passed candidates from state D in the given year. State D. So let us solve here. Fourth question. The required average number is for the state D. Overall you should add up here for all the years, 160, 145, 120 up to 165. So if you add 148, how many years here? 6 years. All the passed candidates in the state D for different years, if you add up and divide it by how many are there? Number 6. So if you divide it by 6, you will get 148 average value of passed candidate in state D. So option 140, option A is correct. Which of the following years has least percentage of passed candidates to the presented candidates from the state F? Let us take here the percentage passed candidates to the presented candidate from state F in 1994. How much here from the table state F, from least to the, in the question they have asked as the least percentage of past candidates to the present candidates from the state F. So from state F we need to calculate presented 180, passed 165 in the year 94. Okay. From the same state, in the year 95, presented and passed candidates percentage is 10%. Same state 1996, and in the same state the presented and passed candidate percentage is 9%, 9.11. Similarly for the year 1998 and 1999. So if you compare all these value from the state F for different years, percentage is minimum for least percentages in 1996 9.03%, which is least. So option C is correct. So this is how you can solve the questions related to data interpretation. Little bit looks like complicated, but it is not. You should carefully read the question and observe the given data in the numerical form or tabular form or graphical form. So let us go for another question. If you practice these questions, definitely you can get the 10 marks from data interpretation itself. Example for the circular diagram here. Study this is nothing but a pie chart. The following given graph and answer the question. Here they have given two pie charts for male population state-wise and female population state-wise. You can observe here A, B, C, D, E, F, G for different states the male population, and for different states the female population. Total population for male 39 lakhs, total female population 32 lakhs. So here you will come across the questions. What is the ratio between male population and female population? As I said, ratio and proportion. Many questions will be there in these type of data interpretation. Ratio between male population and female population respectively of the states A and B jointly. So A and B for female, A and B for male. Jointly we need to calculate the ratio between male and female population. So the male population of state A and B together 11 plus 15 for male, okay, divided by 100 into 39 lakh total population. So you will get the male population. Female population, similarly add these two states population and divided by 100 and multiply by total population 32 lakh. Then you will get this ratio. After calculating for male population, female population, take the required ratio. 100 get cancelled, you will get 26 into 39 divided by 22 into 32. Okay, once you do the calculation, you will get the final ratio of male and female population from state A and B jointly. that is 507 is to 352. Option D. What is the ratio between the female population of state G and the male population of state E respectively? So here they have asked from state G for female and state E from male. Okay. So the required ratio 15/100. Here G for female 15/100 into 32 lakh total population, and for male 18 in the state E, 18/100 into 39. If you calculate, you will get the final ratio, that is 80 is to 117. Here none of the answer is correct. What is the population of state F in lakhs? Here is the state F for both male and female. Let us solve here. So population of state F for male, female 22, for male 22/100 into 39, for female 8%, so 8/100 into 32. You will get the final answer 11.14 lakhs total population of F state including male, female. Option A is correct. How much percentage is the female population of the state C of the total population of the same state? Okay, state C. Total population means what? You should include both male and female. Then what will be the percentage of female population in C? So let us take here the required percentage, 16/100 into 32. So you should divide it by adding 16 plus 8% total population. Okay, 8/100 into 39, 16/100 into 39. Total means what? You should add up both male and female. Okay, this is for state C female population. Total population you should add up and divide it and multiply by 100. If you do the calculation, then you will get the total percentage of female in the state C, that is 62%. Option C is correct. So sometime the data interpretation questions are little bit complicated, confusing, but carefully you should deal with it. You will get the answer. So many of the students will get minimum marks in this section, but if you practice, definitely you can score the 10 marks. It is the average population approximately of the given states in lakhs. Given states, you should calculate average population. Average means you should add up. So already the total population they have given 32 for female and 39 for male. So you should add up directly, not necessary to add up all the different states. Total population you should add up and divide it by how many states are there? 7. A to G. Then you will get approximately 10 lakhs. Approximation also very important in data interpretation if you have the decimal. So that's why percentage, ratio and approximations are required for the calculation. 10 lakh. So the option E is correct. The last one, example, because how many problems you solve in data interpretation, that much practice you will have, and you can easily save the time once you practice the questions related to data interpretation. Here the number of students studying arts and commerce in an institution during previous year. So the arts students are denoted by the symbol triangle and circle by commerce. So this is how you can represent in line graph. First you should take the, you can see in the given line graph the years and the arts or the commerce students studying. So the graph is gradually increasing for both, but comparatively it is increasing. So let us deal with the questions. In which year the percentage increase decrease was least than previous year in number of students studying arts? So arts, if you take, the line is like this. In which year increasing or decreasing they are asking. Okay. Least. According to the graph, the percentage was least in number of students studying arts is in which year? The 2002. Therefore the correct answer is E. In 2002 the percentage increase or decrease was least than previous year in the number of students studying arts. So here this is the minimum, from 800 to 1000 approximately it is. 200 students has increased. So that means comparing to other years it is minimum. So second question, the number of students studying commerce is increased by 20% in 2000 and the number of students studying arts is decreased by 10% in the same year. What were the total number of students studying the arts and commerce in the year? Whether may be increased or decreased, total number of students for the same year in the two subjects, commerce, arts, you should calculate. So the increased number of students studying commerce in the year 2000, how much? 2000 is here. It is 650. This is for commerce, this is for arts. So 650 into 120 by 100. If you do, you will get 780 students studying in commerce. Decreased number of students 550. Here is the number 550 into 990 by 100. Decreased number that is 495. The required number of students, that is how much in the same year? 1275. The total number of students studying arts and commerce in the year 1997 for 2 years they have asked. 1997 is here. So here the students increased for arts and commerce minimum. Here commerce maximum and arts minimum for 2000. 1997 opposite. So then you should calculate 350 and 850 students are in the commerce and 1200 are in the arts. Okay. Then the total number of students arts and commerce in the year 1200. Already we have added. So required increase percentage, 1200 minus 850 divided by 850, so 41% approximately. The total number of students studying. This is for the option, the 12th question. The answer is 1275 for the 2000 year. 1275, option D. Okay, I am solving for the 13th also. First we have to solve question 12. So 1275 is the total number of students for commerce and arts in the year 2000. So how much approximate increase percentage was seen in the number of students studying arts and commerce together from 1997 to 2000? So this is the question. So first you can see here 1997, 300, more than 300, and nearly 500 for arts students. So the total number of 13th one, this one, the total number of students studying arts and commerce in the year 97 is 350 plus 500, 850 students. Total number of students studying in arts for the 2000 year. Here is the 2006. Around how much here? 650, 550, so 12,000. So required increase percentage, that you should get it by taking the values for 97 and 2000. So 41%. Option E is correct. Increase percentage was seen in the number of students studying in arts and commerce together from year 97 to 2000. What was the average number of students studying commerce in the given year? Average number of students studying commerce in the given years. Only commerce they have asked. 14th one. So 14, all the students in the different years you should add up number. So for commerce you can see here the graph. So it has started nearly from 300 students and it is ending with around 900 students. So here you can add up from 350 to 900. Overall how many years? 6 years. So divided by 6, you will get the required average, 675 students average for commerce. Option A is correct. What was the ratio between the number of students studying arts and commerce together in the year 1999 and the students studying arts and commerce together in the year 2001 respectively? So 99 and 2001. So here is the 99 and 2001 for these 2 years. The total number of students studying arts and commerce in the year 99 is 800 plus 700. If you see here it is 700 and 800 commerce arts. If you add up, you will get 1500 students. Number of students in the 2001. 2001 here 750, more than 800. 750, 850. So overall 1600 students. So if you take the ratio of these two, you will get the ratio for 2 years, 99 and 2001, 15 is to 16. Option If you see, this is none of these from the given option. So this is how you can solve the questions related to data interpretation, whether it may be numerical or graphical, or it may be a line diagram. So I have given you a complete idea about data interpretation, and I have also dealt with the easiest and the complicated problems related to data interpretation, so which are very helpful to solve the questions in the exams, Kset or UGC net. So for more information, go to the playlist section and previous videos. Many of the question papers with their answers and explanation I have given. So I hope this is very helpful for you for the exam preparation. Thank you for watching, and please do subscribe my channel. Thank you.